Alright, we are live here with the Stock I4s, a 6-car lineup so far for qualifying. First car out is, well, we can't get the names, but it is being driven by Mitch, otherwise known as Formula 9768. If you watch those lights, they'll be turning green in just a moment. I don't know if we got our flagman here, but if we do, I'm going to check. We do not have our flagman, so again, single car qualifying. The green light is out for the first car. Mitch out onto the track of the 66, and the first running of the virtual turkey night, the Stock I4 feature, now to qualifying. Mitch makes his way through the first lap, down the back straight into 3 and 4. He's going to take it down inside. Out 3 and 4. Still staying down low at 16.254. Again, these cars are front-wheel drive, the only class to do dirt so far other than ASC. That's how they used to be ran, but the only front-wheel drive class, and it does make for a unique driving experience. Now, second lap, white flag in the air for Mitch through 3 and 4. His current best of 15.561, but he's now putting on the gas. Down the back straight into 3 and 4. Mitch is going to stay right there on the line, but he's going to get a little bit low on the exit. Checkered flag. Alright, if you want to do a cooldown, you can. Please try not to push here. So there is the first lap of the running of virtual turkey night, driven by Formula 9768, and that's up down the line. That looks to be Steve Waters, I think. Yes, it is. Alright, lights should be good to go green. It's up to Steve Waters in the 20 machine again, taking over for Jason. Now we got some news about Jason Dady. He actually is posed to return tonight in the Rots mods. So, we'll see where that one goes. 20 machine making their way down the back straightaway on their first time to lap. Now a little bit of lag here, that's a normal condition with robots racing, especially in A chassis. His first lap is going to put him at 60.068. Now down the back straightaway for the second time. One more lap after this one. A purple sector 3, but no faster. White flag in the air for Steve Waters. Make its way down the back straightaway. And checkered flag is out for Steve Waters. He's going to go around for a cooldown lap. Let's see who is next up down the order. It looks like it is Guillermo FX2. We're going to wait for Steve Waters to get himself out of the way. Again, this track has been revamped a little bit. It was already a pretty decent track, however, just completely revamped to take it to a whole other level for the weekend. The green flag out for the next car. I'll do that for you. There's our flagman fellow having a couple of riding issues. Now, Guillermo FX2, generally a very fast driver. However, showed up a little bit late to qualifying. Seemingly had some issues, but he's a very good driver overall. So we'll see how he handles this 12R machine. Guillermo FX2 down from down under at purple sector 2. First lap is going to be second fastest on the board with a 15.599. 2 more to go for Guillermo FX2. A green sector 1 now as he goes down the back straightaway for his second round through. Out of 3 and 4, down the front stretch, purple sector 2. Can he go quick time? Yes, he does! 50.2841 left to go for Guillermo FX2. Can he top that one off before Twin or any of the other heavy hitters come up? A purple sector 2 out of the final corner for Guillermo FX2, and it'll go faster, 15.149. It's now a cooldown lap here for Guillermo. We're gonna have Twin. You guys, hold up. Let me fix these cars. Hop out. This is a sign not to fuck around, alright, folks? Alright. let's not do that one again. Just head up to the line. Alright, next up is Asphalt Racer Braden. Now the track's been cleared. The green flag should be out for Braden. I'll do that for you. You're good. You're good. Braden in the 91. It's the last time racing is a bit over a year ago at South Bend Motor Speedway. That was the fall race from last year. We ran that one, pretty much got replaced by Plymouth on this year's edition. Oh, he's going to go around. Just about loses it through the first turn now. He's got 2 more laps of changing his around. Asphalt Racer Braden was really fast in practice, so don't count him out yet. He still has 2 chances to top it off. Of course, his first lap is going to be a sleeper, so 21.370. We're going to be seeing some faster ones. There we go. A 4.404. Sector 1 down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Sector 2 is looking pretty solid as well. 6.998. Down the front straightaway, 16.237. Now white flag in the air for Asphalt Racer Braden. A purple Sector 1. Now out of 3 and 4. Green Sector 2. Can he go top of the board? Cross the start finish line? Yes, he does. 15.127. That is quick time so far. Now we got 2 more cars that could beat him. Steals it just on the final lap there. It looked almost like a bit of a... I don't want to say hopeless, but it was a bit of a rough situation up to there. It was really a do or die sort of deal there for Braden if he wanted to get on top. Now, that's not an impossible time to beat. We've been seeing 15.0s, and I think I'm in a couple of 14.9s during the practice session. And up next is... let's see, that looks to be Twin Turbo V6 in the 64 machine. And the green flag is out for Twin. So, let's see what he can do. Now, he's been complaining a little bit about lag, but that doesn't say anything. I've seen it a bunch of times when Twin has a laggy car, a laggy game, and just, despite the odds, still manages to go top of the board. It's almost like Lewis Hamilton complaining about his tires being worn out. Alright, Twin Turbo V6, the first lap out of 3 and 4. He's going to move up to the top 3 at purple Sector 3. He's a threat. Green Sector 1 now for Twin Turbo V6, the Canadian from up above us. He'll be making his rounds through 3 and 4. He's going to let off a little bit on sets it. That's not going to allow him to go fast, but he's got 1 more shot to beat it. And that's a pretty good line. Almost a gutter run-esque sort of corner through 1 and 2. Now to 3 and 4, Twin Turbo V6 is going to stay where he is. Alright, well, the checkers are out for you. If you could try not to... Okay, you could do that. I believe we have 1 more car before we go into our 5-minute intermission. That is, once again, Pro, the green flag out for you. Pro, you should probably get... Oh. These things are a bit of an inertia-based car. So we'll see where this first lap goes. 4.261, not a bad Sector 1. Once again, Proto rocking out the 72 green and black machine. First lap is 16.140. Now he's been dropped out of the Rods Mods and requested to get a license if he wants to race again. Now, these lower classes he can still do. And if he proves himself, well, I might as well let him. But as it's looking now, it doesn't seem to be so easy. An invalid lap. He's got 1 more shot to do better. Again, going under that cone. It's not going to count. Once again, Proto out 3 and 4. They do a purple Sector 3, but it's a 15.901. Checkers are out. You could try not to go too much faster. He's going to pull up the cheap way. Alright, 5 minutes intermission now starting now. If you guys want to take a quick bathroom break, then go do so. Otherwise, we're just going to have a little bit of a waiting period. Surprise pole position by Asphalt Racer Braden. Do you want to do an interview? Hop up and down if you want to interview. No, okay. Well, man, pretty impressive job overall, though. Topping out Gear MFS2 Twin Turbo V6 just shows that an old short track guy, you know, pull up and do pretty well in these scenes. Now, it's more than just what you could do in 3 laps. You got to run 25 full laps without any issues. So, we'll see where that one goes. Now, I guess with that being said, we'll be watching Jake as he takes out the Saga Speedway inspired Thoughts Body as our pace car that we're going to use. Now, this one was based off the Galpin Ford machine that we saw pacing the Sagas about 30 years ago or so. A little bit older than that, I'd say. It's been a while. Definitely before my time. That's a sweet little thing right there, that Celine Mustang. Let's get a view from over here. It's probably one of my favorite spots to watch things. Yeah, definitely cool to see things here. Of course, the real life track is not in such a good situation. Apparently, it's going to be turned into a development project for some real estate. Now, I mean, not to say this place is located anywhere short of prime real estate. This site used to be a bomb factory about, what is it, like 80 years ago in the Second World War. A lot of chemicals in that soil, but apparently they think it's healthy enough for people to live in. We'll see where that one goes. Now, mind you, once the timer is done, we'll be able to head out onto the front stretch once the timer is done. There we go. Oh, Gohan is here. Alright, Gohan can be allowed to drive, yeah. Nah, well, yeah. But if you want to drive, you can drive 3. Alright, let Gohan out. Gohan, you can pass these guys. You guys just chill for now, please. Try not to smoke out your tires or do anything. Might cause a little bit of lag. Let's see what you can do. Again, Gohan without any practice. A completely new setup again for the weekend. As things go. You got 3 laps and your first lap started now. Z. But you better get going because you only got 2 more laps now. So Gohan prioritizing questions before qualifying. Now he's got a couple shots to beat it. 20.953, not the slowest we've seen. However, that pole sitter is the one that set that slowest time, so things could be in an interesting little format here. Alright, Gohan's coming into the white flag now. He's going to move himself to into 6th place, actually 5th place. At green sector 1, gets a little bit loose and he's going to stop. Remember, the track gets us out of 2, so I'm going to start nagging at people to try to use the actual track exit. Now, mind you, Gohan is from the area, generally speaking. There's a couple Californians here. You see Steve Waters there. Gohan, of course, myself, from VC. I went to the real-life Turkey Grand Prix at Ventura Raceway. It was a pretty good race. Now, we have about 40 seconds left until this qualifying is done. Alright, sorry, I confused you for Nature Channel. Gohan, I'm terribly sorry I confused you for Nature Channel. You guys have, like, the same sort of, like, attitude. But, yeah. That's my bad, though. Alright. Well, he's actually Canadian, so... No, he's from, like... Southern... I'm not gonna say where, but, yeah. He almost doesn't live in Indiana. Alright. If you guys could head to the front stretch, please cross the start-finish line. Make your way through 3 and 4, please. If you guys can line up double file behind the pace car. The pace car is going to line up in the middle lane. Pace speed today is going to be 35 miles an hour. Remember, if you qualified odd, you'll be lining up on the inside. If qualified even, you'll be lining up on the outside. We're going to do an AFK check before we get going, so once you guys are lined up, make sure to give each other about 1 car length of space, please. This is for the sake of making sure there's less lag when we get going. So, first place should be Braden, second place should be Giram, Twin and third. Twin, I need you back, about half a car length. About there. Doesn't really matter how close you are to the person ahead of you. For your sake, it really doesn't help because you're gonna get there anyways. Proto. Where's Mitch? Mitch is up there. I need Gohan down here, and I need Proto to the outside. So if you see this little pole little thing right here, and it's for like poles. All right, and then we got Steve Waters. I'm not sure where Steve is, but I'm gonna start clearing out the rest of the cars. Once to do that, we're gonna give him 120 seconds. If he's not back by 120 seconds, we're gonna just get going without him. So it's gonna be a 25 lap race. We're gonna try to do 5 pace laps. If we can't, then we'll just extend the amount of pace laps we have. Again, your job on the outside, you're gonna have to be going a little bit quicker than 35. My best tip of advice, because we do have a thing called vision lag, you want to be about half a car length ahead of the car that's to your side. Whether you're on the inside or outside, that's just about the general gaps, roughly about that much. Alright, get everyone to hop out of their cars once they're lined up. Hopefully, alright, good. Now hop back in your car when you're ready to start pacing. This is the AFK check. If you are not ready, then stay out of your car. Reminder that we're going to be doing a CC cut system. I'll explain that one real quickly just so it's very clear. I think Twin is yet to cross, and I told you guys to, but you know, we'll just run off from there. So, let's go into the CCs, how it's going to work. Now, there's of course the white tire in the orange cone. Can we not rev, please? I wanna. The sooner I get this done, the sooner we'll start. Stevie's not in his car anyways, so we're not going yet. There is 2 types of cuts here. The type 1 cut is one that might not be intentional, but you still cut. That is where you either cut inside the tire but then go back outside of the cone, or you go outside the tire and you dive under the cone. You do that for now. That will be an ELL penalty minus the caution causing car if they're on the same lap as you. The way we do cautions here is that the caution causer goes to the back of the field on their lap. Any lap cars will get a lap back, but they'll have to start behind the car that caused the caution. That car was a lap ahead. It's just so that lap cars don't really intervene with the leading field as much. It's going to be calculated by overall position and amount of cuts you've done. The person with the most cuts is going to go the furthest back, again ahead of the caution causing car upon a caution. If 2 people are tied, then what will be determining factor will be who was ahead at the time of caution. If there's no caution and several drivers have cuts, then each cut that you've done will be a half-second time penalty for a type 1 corner cut. Now, a type 2 corner cut is regarded as an intentional corner cut, where you go inside the tires and you just blow through the infield. You could kind of do that if you need to in the caution period, if you need to catch up. You know, not to cut through people or stuff, but like if you're just trying to catch up, you could do that. You'll probably be fine just to do it the normal way though, but if you have to, But if you do that during the race, it'll be an automatic disqualification. I'm gonna mute my co-host here, Jake. And Fella's not here, but it'll probably help. Last thing I want to say is that, well, firstly we need Fella to the VC. So I got one more thing to say. Just waiting on Fella to join the VC so I can explain stuff. We're not going yet, guys. There's no need to rev. Thank you. We're just waiting on Fella, the guy that's supposed to be flagging the race, to join the VC. Just have some patience. This event is not going to take very long to get done. Did I put the stream up? I did. Alright. So yeah, sorry, I'm just waiting on Fella to be in the VC. It's taking a sweet time. I swear this guy... So, if he's not joining, I have an alternative. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. And that will be there's no passing until you guys cross the start-finish line. However, if he does join the VC and he actually call his shit, respectfully to Fella, then there won't be passing until the green flag is called. If you pass before then, that's a jump for obvious reasons. And obviously, if someone is sandbagging to get a better start, you'll be called out on it. If you are genuinely sandbagging or doing sneaky shit to gain an advantage the moment it's green, you will be penalized and there will be a restart and you'll be dropped to the rear. So don't be that guy. Is Fella in the VC yet? No, he's not. Alright, you know what? We're gonna try my idea for now. If he joins, well, we're gonna stick with that current plan. So we're gonna use the start-finish line for jumps. He seems to be just radio silent, so I think everyone is here. This is the last call to see if you're not ready. We're gonna do a 10-second countdown. If you're not ready, hop out of your car. Okay, I think everyone is. You will go when the car ahead of you goes. Don't go until then. It's gonna be 35 on the inside. Yellow flag is out. Go when the car ahead of you goes. Try to stay behind the car that's ahead, please. Don't be the guy that's passing people just because they're not going exactly 35. Because it will vary a little bit. So let's get to the back to the front. Starting from 7th place is going to be Steve Waters in the 20 machine. Up in the 6th place spot, needing to move up, is 1TM Proto in the mean green 72 machine. In Dale's number 3 on the inside of row 3, we have the Good Wrench car being driven by Gohan Hachiroku, Gohan 131. In row 2 on the outside, in the 66, we have we have Mitch. God damn me. We have Mitch up there in the 4th place on the outside of row 2. The 66 red and black machine. The 64 is going to be driven by Twin Turbo V6. Current Rosmont champion. The lights are going to go out. Front row on the outside is Garam FS2. We need the outside row to move up. Jake, pull to the infield. And our pole sitter, again, in return race after a while, is Asphalt Racer Braden. We close into the final corner. Green flag out on the racetrack. No jumps to call, clean start. Alright, so at the front of the field, we have a big battle going on. Positions left and right going for it. A three-way for the lead, and not even a fourth car in the midst. They go 3 wide, 4 wide for the lead. Here's Giram down the inside. Giram with a push for the front. Now the 91 across the move, sliding up onto the track. Asphalt Racer Braden is going to fall back into fourth place. Here's Giram FX2 at the front of the race, but Twin Triple V6 taking that inside line. Twin will pass for the lead. Mitch not far behind in the third place spot. He's been gaining up throughout the racing season. But Twin at the front of the field, and it looks like Mitch might be closing in a little bit there on the rear bumper of the 12-bar machine. A reminder, these things don't have collision. Oh, we got it red! All right, race back going on, race back. All right, stop your cars on the front straight, single file. Just, you can make your way around the track. Just single file it out, make sure you don't get any cuts. And it looks like Giram had a cut. I'm not sure where he got that. We are going to review that. However, our pole sitter for today, Giram Asphalt Racer Braden, he's out of the race. So, unfortunately for him, Flip is going to call his day. If you want to be flown or anything, I can fly you. Want to do an interview, I can interview. But I'll fly you for now.
Yo, it's single file.
Yep, single file, folks. And if Giram did in fact get a corner cut, he's got to start in the back of the field. It's not 5 minutes, so we're going to assume that is the case. We're going to look at that race back and the incident real quickly. What a battle there at the start of the race. Unfortunately, our pole sitter out of the race as well, so we're going to watch to see. It's not going to take very long to get done. Alright, so we're watching this. There's a pretty good battle now on the track. However, what happens to Braden? He cuts it just way too low, and there he is going up and over. Flips himself upside down like he's a patty. That's gonna do it for him. So we look at our order. So order should be as follows: Twin Turbo V6, Mitch in second place. Giram did cross third. However, he should be starting for the back. Fourth place is gonna be Gohan. Fifth place, One Team Proto. Sixth place is gonna be Steve Waters, and then our last place driver after the penalty is gonna be Giram FS2. So, I think that's good enough. I'll change, we don't need to change laps actually, we're just going to get through it. Alright, if you are not ready, this is your last chance to hop out. Otherwise, you can do another 10-second countdown and continue pacing. Yellow flag cycle car ahead of you goes. Let's make sure everyone's on the same lap. Alright. Well, that's a bit of a shame, but it happened and it's done, out of the way. G7 Jake is gonna pace us off, and we'll go green in the next lap after this one. So, tough situation, of course, for Asphalt Racer Braden. Just had such a good shot at it, but just could not stay out of that tire. And the first person to fall victim is going to be himself. Now, Jake, if you can pull it off here. The start rules are going to still stand as they are. So don't pass until you cross the start-finish line. Out of 3 and 4. Green flag. No jumps to call. Clean start. Now, here's Mitch down the inside. A crossover move, forward position at the front. Guillermo's going to have to find its way through the field as the green lights on the track go out. Gonna fits Guillermo's cuts. And it looks like Gohan and One Team Proto side by side for that podium position. Now, mind you, that podium position is for significantly more Robux than usual. And that's going to just lead to a three-way battle. But for the lead, again, Mitch and Twin going at it. A three-car battle, meanwhile, for the podium. What's going on up front? Side by side, but it looks like Twin, just the perfect line, almost a corner cut, but not by the rules, will let it slide. Twin with a cut. That's going to be either a half-second time penalty or an EOL upon the next caution. And he's going to be thinking about that one. Twin with a half-second time penalty. If he crosses the way he's doing now, it's going to be his race. He's going to back off the lead side by side once again for position, but it's not going to work for now. Meanwhile, Guillermo FX2, One Team Proto going to go wide, but Guillermo FX2 in a hard battle for the podium spot. Meanwhile, still Mitch fighting for position. All he has to do is just finish within half a second of Twin, and he's got this. One Team Proto also with a penalty. Twin has built up a bit of a gap here. Seemingly has not been as close to the cones, doesn't want a full second. He does, however, have a pretty good gap built up so far between himself and Mitch. It seems like Mitch is sort of backed off. Here's Guillermo right behind. Guillermo had to start all the way from the back after his corner cut penalty. I think our flag man is gone, so I'll just be taking that job over for now. Again, Twin starting to run away, but here's Guillermo side by side for that second place spot. He's going to cross over there the inside on the exit. Mitch is going to get a little bit ahead. He's going to run it wide down the inside. Here comes Guillermo FX2. Guillermo's going to steal that second place spot, closing in now to our leader, Twin Triple V sits, but he's only going to have 7 laps to do it. Make it 6. Gohan closing into the 66 car of Mitch, who has been running for the lead for a good chunk of the race. Unfortunately, has lost a bit of his groove and might lose his shot at a podium too. Timer is not accurate, by the way. We are 5 laps to go. Side by side for the podium spot. Gohan is going to get a corner cut that he's going to have to serve. So that's a half second, unless there's a caution. We are closing into the final laps of the race though. Twin's got a bit of a penalty. Guillermo's without one, but he's really far ahead at this point. One lap to go for Twin Triple V sits as it makes its way through 3 and 4. I don't think that timestamp was accurate, by the way. Out of 3 and 4, winning the first feature of Turkey Night with 2 penalties. Twin, can he get within a second? He does, and he will win it. And we're gonna now let's not cross again, folks. Twin. Just chill for a second. I want to check everything, check the gaps, get the final results. So Twin is going to cross first. Guillermo, without any current penalties, is going to hold his spot. Gohan has 2. However, so does Mitch. They will keep their positions as they are. One Team Proto How about Steve? 1, 2, and Proto will be finishing behind Steve Waters. So, end results, Twin, Giram, Gohan, Mitch, Steve Waters, 1, 2, and Proto's DNF is Asphalt Razor Braden. Here, we're going to head to the pit lane and our leader to the start-finish line when you are ready. So, the first victory of the weekend, and it looked like it was a bit of a thrilling race today. Let's move these things over. Alright, Twin, if you're gonna take... Let me teleport you here real quickly. First Stetson hat of the night is gonna go to Twin Turbo V6. Let's move these trophies over. There's also a crate bottle if you want. Might want to take quite a few because I'm gonna move and I think I might break it. Oh god. 1 second. It's gonna take me a bit here. Do you want to interview Twin? By the way, for anyone else, if you want to stick around, we will be interviewing everyone that sticks around. The feature after this is the micros. Twin taking home the first Stetson hat. I should do it. All right, let's get our victory lane photo here for Twin Turbo V6. I think I broke the bottle. My bad. All right, checking a photo in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so that's a good start to the weekend. Twin Turbo V6 going to win us out. Let's get on with the rest of the interviews. Again, second place is Giram FX2. He's not going to stick around. We're going to check those results real quickly again, see who is where. Again, right after this, going to go on to the Formula Micros. I do have a setup that's not amazing, but it should be a bit of an improvement over past runnings. So, let's check those results again real quickly. So we could go down our order for interviews. So Gohan here is going to take home a podium position with some penalties, but despite the penalties, again, still going to stick around and take a third place spot. How's the track looking for you today, Gohan?
Oh yeah, it was pretty fun actually. I was just finding grip way too late in the race, but then when I started finding like the line where I could find the most grip, that's where I was able to start getting a gap on Mitch. But yeah, I'm gonna practice this time for micros. Not much to say really, but yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah.
All right, a lot of other action also coming up this afternoon when that comes around. But overall, how's the setup today?
Setup felt decent. Yeah, it felt decent. It worked.
Okay.
Definitely worked.
All right, I did put pretty good little bit amount of work into the car. Despite the cuts, I know the cuts is another system. Probably one of the drivers that was affected again with 2 corner cuts. You were not moved back because you finished after the checkered, but seemingly did not really affect the way the race results were for you. You were just that far ahead.
Yeah, dude, because when I found that fucking line, I was starting to reel in second place, but I didn't have enough road left because like on the last 2 laps I set 14.9. Yeah, I got 14.9 like the last 2 laps, but it was invalid because of the cut. I definitely could have reeled them in if I had more road, but I just didn't. But I think it'll go better for micros because I have a pretty good understanding of the track already. But yeah.
All right. Well, there is your podium finisher, and he will take home. Let's check real quickly. He will be taking home 50 Robux. So good job on you. There's another car to talk about. There is Turbo, reaping the benefits of The implemented cut system will be finishing ahead of 1-2 and Proto. What do you got to say about today's race overall so far, Steve?
Yeah. I'm pretty happy about the finish. I wasn't really expecting a flip out of nowhere, which that's going to probably be in the video I'm going to be posting. If I'm standing on top of the IROC car over here, that's in the parking lot.
Sound harsh?
Yep. Yeah, I'm just happy about the finish at this point. I just wasn't expecting a flip and penalty for one of the drivers that were corner cutting. But yeah, I'm just astounded. I hope to come back here one day. Need to race another one of them races. Hopefully, IROC at this point, since there's an IROC car in the parking lot. But yeah.
Well, we got a lot more races coming up in just a bit. Looks like that'll be the last interview. So yeah, we got a lot of races still coming up. Again, this is just the opening feature. The Stock I4 is going to show you how much of a banger this track can be. And I think as a event opener, that was just fantastic out there, especially at the start. Did drown out a little bit at the end, but pretty action-packed. Now, after this, at 12 p.m., we're going to be doing the Formula Micros for a let me verify that real quickly. 50-lap race with the Formula Micros at 12 p.m. At 2 p.m., you know what's going to be. It's the SLCORA Midgets qualifying heats and LCQ. That's if we get enough people. Top 16 are going to transfer the qualifying from the Midgets. And then there's going to be 2 heats. 15 laps, 8 starters. Top 4 of those transfer into the main. If there is enough people, then we're going to be doing a 20-lap LCQ, and the top 4 of that will transfer to the A main. Again, that's going to be at 2 p.m. At 3:30, we do the ASC Fox Body Championship race, their season finale. Now, they've got the shorter season this year, and it's pretty good. At 5 p.m., we do the Rots Mods, a 90-lap race. It's pretty much our sprint cars to the midget race. If you're there to watch the real Turkey Night Grand Prix, that's pretty much the equivalent to. SLCORA Midgets, of course, at 7 p.m. is going to be the closing feature of Turkey Night, a 98-lap race. So, again, let's get onto that schedule. 12 p.m., SLC Formula Micro. At 2 p.m., it's going to be the Midgets qualifying heats and LCQ. 3:30, it's going to be ASC Fox Body. At 5 p.m., it's going to be Rots Mods, and then at 7, it's going to be the main event, the Turkey Night main event with the SLCORA Midgets. That has been a good opener. Really all I got to say for now, but we'll see you guys in just a bit over an hour.